Hey guys, so welcome back to another video of learning the basics of Python with me. And today we're going to talk about conditions and loops. So conditions we're going to talk about are like some of the numerical conditions like equal, not equal to, greater than or less than, or equal to. And we're also going to talk about the Boolean operators, so like is, in, or not. And we're also I'll give you the basics about loops and for statements that you would use these conditionals in. So yeah, that's gonna be today's video, and yeah. And they just have special symbols so the computer can know like which one to use. Like using a double equal signifies that, oh, it's checking if it is equal to, instead of, oh, this is a variable, because usually in a variable you said it's a one equal sign. So some conditions you can write, like for is this equal to that or is not equal to that. This is how you would write each, what I was saying before, like if you want to say if 5 is equal to 5, then you would do a double equal sign. And now if you wanted to do like, is this number greater than that number, or character, or whatever number is greater than another number, you would do greater than sign and then equal to, or just greater than sign. It depends on what you want, but if you want a greater than or equal to, you do greater than and equal sign. Same thing with less than. Some of the ones that you can write out instead of doing those equal signs, because they can be confusing, is like is, in, or not. Is basically another way of doing the double equal sign. In is saying, telling the computer, oh, is this variable in a certain string or another variable or whatever. That's basically what in is. And not is very similar to not equal to. So it's basically checking, oh, is this statement, variable, number, whatever, in this string, variable, number, whatever. And I forgot to mention, but another like operators you can use are like and or. So like if you were to statement like if one variable is true and another variable is true, the if statement will not go through unless both variables are true. But if you did if a variable is true or a variable is true, only one of them has to be true for an if statement to go through. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about if statements and loops. So if statements are if a variable is true or whatever condition is true or valid, that it like fits the parameters, then a specific set of code in that if statement will run. And if it's not true, then it'll just skip that entire if statement. That's where you would use those conditionals we were talking about earlier, and for making like the rule to follow the if statement. And so that's basically what an if statement is. You can use else. So instead of it skipping the entire if statement, if the conditional wasn't true, it would run the else code instead of the if it was true. Now for loops, there is the for loop and the while loop. The for loop will loop a certain amount of times that is specified by the programmer. Now this can be useful if you only want to loop for a certain amount of times. There's also the while loop. The while loop will repeat as long as a condition is true. It will not stop repeating until a condition is false. So basically, this can be used really well if you just want to continually do something, but it's kind of suggested not to like make an infinite loop, because you might end up like wasting a lot of like data or RAM, or like it's just sometimes annoying. Yeah. Now you can use statements in a while loop if you want to like break away from that loop, or the for loop. You can use both. You would use the statement break, so that basically tells the computer, okay, after a certain amount of times or after this loop, it will break away from that loop to the rest of the code. Now for continue, it's very similar to break, except instead of it breaking from the entire while loops or loop statement, it will continue to the next section. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.